The wind was blowing in excess of 40 knots. Both Angdoria and Lakpa were cold and wasted from climbing to the summit and back just the day before. If they did somehow manage to reach Hall, moreover, it would be late afternoon before they got there, leaving only 1 or 2 hours of daylight in which to begin the even more difficult ordeal of bringing him down. Yet their loyalty to Hall was such that the two men ignored the overwhelming odds and set out toward the south summit as fast as they could climb. The day had started out sunny and clear, but the wind remained fierce, and by late morning the upper mountain was wrapped in thick clouds. High on the southeast ridge, Angdoria and Lakpachiri pressed on resolutely through the intensifying storm toward Hall. At 3 p.m., however, still 700 feet below the south summit, the wind and sub-zero cold proved to be too much for them, and the Sherpas could go no higher. It was a valiant effort, but it had failed. As they turned around to descend, Hall's chances of survival all but vanished. Throughout the day on May 11th, his friends and teammates incessantly begged him to make an effort to come down under his own power. Several times, Hall announced that he was preparing to descend, only to change his mind and remain immobile at the south summit. At 3:20 p.m., Cotter scolded over the radio, "Rob, get moving down the ridge."
Look, if I thought I could manage the knots on the fixed ropes with my frostbitten hands, I would have gone down 6 hours ago, pal. Just send a couple of the boys up with a big thermos of something hot. Then I'll be fine.
Well, the thing is, mate, the lads who went up today encountered some high winds and had to turn around. So we think your best shot is to move lower.
I can last another night here if you send up a couple of the boys with some Sherpa tea first thing in the morning. No later than 9:30 or 10.
You're a tough man, big guy. We'll send some boys up to you in the morning. At 6:20 p.m., Cotter contacted Hall to tell him that Jan Arnold, his wife, was on the satellite phone from Christchurch, New Zealand, and was waiting to be patched through.
Give me a minute. My mouth's dry. I want to eat a bit of snow before I talk to her. Hi, my sweetheart. I hope you're tucked up in a nice warm bed. How are you doing?
I can't tell you how much I'm thinking about you. You sound so much better than I expected. Are you warm, my darling?
In the context of the altitude, the setting, I'm reasonably comfortable.
How are your feet?
I haven't taken my boots off to check, but I think I may have a wee bit of frostbite.
I'm looking forward to making you completely better when you come home. I just know you're going to be rescued. Don't feel that you're alone. I'm sending all my positive energy your way.
I love you. Sleep well, my sweetheart. Please don't worry too much.
These would be the last words anyone would hear him speak. Attempts to make radio contact with Hall later that night and the next day went unanswered. 12 days later, when Brashears and Ventures climbed over the south summit on their way to the top, they found Hall lying on his right side in a shallow ice hollow, his upper body buried beneath a drift of snow.